Hello and welcome to the final in the Line War tournament from 2023, which has just dragged out a bit. It's the final between WelcomeTo in blue and Someone Said That My Nickname Sucks in red. So this is the game, although these two have already played once earlier on in the tournament. I think Nickname won 2-1, which kicked WelcomeTo down into the lower brackets. But WelcomeTo fought his way back into the final by winning all of his games in the lower bracket, and he won the lower bracket final, so to speak, actually against me. So yeah, it's mixed feelings. I would have loved to be part of this final, but it is the two best players here, so that will also, of course, give us the best final. So in that way, it's of course great that we have these two. And unfortunately, I kind of think I know the outcome of this game. I haven't watched it or anything, but it's just a feeling from I get some notifications on Discord and my email and so on. But if you don't know the outcome, I think you should look forward to a very interesting game. And even if you do, we can all learn a lot. And it's always fun to just see the best players playing it out in a scenario where we know they will play their best because there's something on at stake. Because obviously, when they play just regular games, sometimes they will fool around, try weird things, and so on. Now it's really like they have to win, so they are playing their best, and you know they're playing their best. So that's the games that are very fun to watch. How do they play when it really matters? So let's dive into the game itself here. They are choosing the exact same spots. It's also a very tiny map actually. Like we have this main island, so there's a lot of room of oh, actually the opposite. There's not a lot of room, so there's a high chance that these players will pick the exact same spots because there are only a few spots that are like the best of the best, and it's all about getting not just the right territories but also um the the um, the most amount of territories in a single pick, so you don't get too much water and you don't pick unnecessary territories. But it will be interesting to see where the picks go from here, because I think it's dangerous to start picking on these islands. It's I can be tempted in picking phases because you vision that you pick here and you just in no time you're over here on the main island and you can expand. But if the other player starts here, it's that's almost never the case. Like it takes so long to actually get your troops to the main island, to actually move them across and get a foothold. And even if you just get a tiny foothold, it can be tough to get anything out of that if the opponent has already kind of encapsulated you. But this island has at least, I think, maybe two internal ports. Nah, actually just one, I think. This one doesn't have any. Uh, it's linked to this, which is then linked to this one. So if you want to trade, you need the islands, get them into play. But the map is so small, so I wonder if we even get to see a trade route going up in this kind of map. And now you see the players picking two different spots, prioritizing differently. And I think Nickname has done the right thing. Just also the callback to my long speech just before. Just having that start on the big island gives you so much um, pace from the beginning. Um, WelcomeTo will struggle in the beginning. He will at least be slowed down, so it will take some time for him to actually get over here. But if WelcomeTo can, like, he needs at least half of this island. He needs to kind of get a secure from this part and down. He got a choke here he can defend. Unfortunately, the city is on the north side of that choke, but he got a city here and he got his trade. And gas-wise, WelcomeTo will have 2 gases, fairly secure. Nickname will have a bit more. He has at least 4, maybe even 5, but this is a bit more risky. But I think we can speed it up a bit now and go to the actual starting phase, because I think we all know where the players will start now, with Nickname in the top and WelcomeTo on this island. So I wonder if WelcomeTo will try to do a bunch of eco, or if he will really invest in getting to the main island fast. Because I think if he wants to go there fast enough, he needs maybe 2 shipyards from the beginning, just doing transport boats. Quickly get a territory capped over here so he can build producers. Nickname, though, he might build subs and other navy to disrupt any landing. And we know Nickname, he can come up with all kinds of weird stuff, right? He can maybe even do a landing here with commandos. But I suspect a sub pen at least from the get-go from Nickname. And yeah, and that's why you can never predict Nickname. Like, he chooses to start here, which I don't think any other top player would dare in a final. That's just my take on it. I don't hope I offended other top players here. But I totally get it, because Nickname knows that WelcomeTo is on this island. So now Nickname can block off WelcomeTo. Fairly easy. Though, now that I look at Nickname's start, maybe he was not completely certain that WelcomeTo started here. Maybe he feared that WelcomeTo started on one of those tiny starting spots on the main island. It's just when he's doing these scouting, it's probably because he wants to be certain, at least, where WelcomeTo is. If it doesn't leave any units behind, then he doesn't know where WelcomeTo is. WelcomeTo is going full eco, which I would probably also have done, but it slows down this process of going to the main island so much. And I think most players underestimate how much it actually takes to get a good foothold, because this will only go like 4 units at a time, and even 4 units, it will take some time for them to cap this. And Nickname might be able to handle those units even before they cap the territory. Because they don't even have to kill the units, they just have to be within this territory to kind of cancel the capping. And as suspected, a sub pen from Nickname. And I think this is more of an eco thing from Nickname. He just wants to cap all these territories so he can keep up with the eco. Excuse me, from all these. I still think there's only one trade route. And now he knows WelcomeTo is there. And you can also see that he's already preparing a small defensive line. And he's just moving directly into this territory, because if he can keep WelcomeTo from capping any territory, then WelcomeTo cannot build anything. So he just cannot get onto the main island. And that's the thing that often makes it tough starting from these small islands. Nickname builds this defensive line, and once again, I'm sure it's just to keep WelcomeTo from getting this. See, nothing happens at all, and WelcomeTo decides to try to cap a territory further down. But now WelcomeTo is in big trouble. Though his ego must be quite big, 600 versus 365. And I think we don't even see the gains of the trade route yet in this income, because it seems to first kind of catch up when the trade boats actually moves across here. So you can always expect the actual income to be delayed quite a bit from these trade routes. Now he's trying to get this territory, and he might succeed. Nickname has gone down south to make sure WelcomeTo does not get this city. So we are almost already in a state where Nickname has secured all the important points of interest on the main island. Let's see, he's just spreading out everywhere so you can keep track of any landings. The only point that is left really is up for grabs is this one, and that requires WelcomeTo to push back these units. But now he got the territory, now he can start building producers, and he does. Meantime, Nickname has the opportunity to snipe some trade routes here. For now, he's just scouting. We'll probably gather a small force, maybe 3 submarines. WelcomeTo knows that the submarines might show up, so he's building destroyers, and he's also building missile ships in case that Nickname builds up some air units. And here's a landing with a single unit. He's not gonna do much. Something to really be aware of when you try to transport units, that they actually take up all the space, so you don't end up moving all this way only to show up with one unit. And sometimes if the units don't show up in time, they will just leave with this single unit. But if you kind of will have to actually land the unit again and then try again. Then you can get more units. I hope that made sense. WelcomeTo has some air support now, but I don't think it's enough. Nickname probably just targets these producers, and he does just wants Nickname us. But WelcomeTo do not have any chance of getting a proxy base going. And as WelcomeTo loses this, I think he basically lost the first round already. WelcomeTo has the eco, but it's not that much. It's not that much extra. And also, WelcomeTo almost maxed out his eco already. So when he's done, Nickname can keep getting more and more eco. Nickname puts down an airport. WelcomeTo spotted these subs now, which are currently just checking out the cargo ships. Yeah, I don't know what WelcomeTo wants to do now. This seems completely hopeless, to be honest. He's a lot of ahead, a lot ahead on eco, but don't see how he will do a landing that can succeed by now. WelcomeTo does manage to take care of those subs, and he's almost on 1,000 income. Nickname on 700. He's trying to land up here again, but with one transport boat taking so long, like it will be 3 minutes before the next 4 units arrive here. It's just not gonna happen. And he's also desperately in need of gas. So he puts down this one, and Nickname can't attack it right now, but we will definitely see some navy at some point on this side for Nickname, and even air could come up at one point. And if he's building helis here, he could move them all the way down, but it seems like he's going commandos, and he probably put it here because he can both reach this and he can reach this. Let's see if I can actually... Oh, he can reach that, okay. So he doesn't want to put down ships just yet, he just wants to cap this with commandos. Tries to see if we can reach it with the added range of entrenched arties, but it's too far away. Now WelcomeTo tries with a commando drop. And a nuke. Or rocket. Keep calling them nukes. Nickname targets this first, probably to get the gas. Obviously also the port, but here he can get both right away. Nickname is really building up his eco now. It's on 867. WelcomeTo on 1035. So he's not even that much ahead anymore. And all of WelcomeTo's attempts to get any foothold on the main island is just denied by Nickname. And I don't see how WelcomeTo can get back into this game. He's completely cut off. And WelcomeTo is actually against the clock here, as Nickname will in overtime probably out eco WelcomeTo. So my expectations are that WelcomeTo will try to wait for this rocket, build up a landing force, send the rocket, try to land, try to get a foothold, and if that fails, he will probably resign. That is his one and only trick left, or yeah. So that's the only thing he can really do now. But he needs a big landing force. And he's trying to gather up a bit of gas because he will also need a lot of transport boats, so the landing is going fast enough. And he needs a lot of gas so he can move those transport boats, and he needs a lot of gas in case these subs suddenly show up. Nickname gets his gas up and running, and soon a trade. Even though it feels wrong, I think I'll speed it up a bit. No, it's wrong in the final, but we got a very atypical situation here. WelcomeTo does manage to get most of these subs. He might even get all of them. And now Nickname is definitely considering to do commando drops directly on WelcomeTo. I could imagine they will go up here. But I think we should just see this this rocket, and then that will decide whether or not this game will continue. No matter where WelcomeTo is dropping, he will run into some of Nickname's units. Now Nickname is also building Navy on this side, which means this gas will go down soon enough, which will completely halt WelcomeTo's invasion. Here we go. The invasion has begun. Funny enough, it's one of those spots that Nickname has not really put that many units. So that's the only thing that WelcomeTo got going for him right now. And he does spot this, so now WelcomeTo is aware of this, and that he should probably defend this soon enough. So he does send a heli down here, which can help with that. There are SAMs close by. WelcomeTo is already prepared for this. It's a very typical type of attack, just a big drop on a city. But I think WelcomeTo is ready for it. And cities does have a lot of health, but he doesn't really move his units properly. I'm really surprised he doesn't do anything with this. Can't imagine he didn't spot that. Is he so focused on this? Like, it's very clear that he just got... But now he reacts. That's a very slow reaction, and it might cost him a city and a trade route. Wow, I'm surprised that WelcomeTo didn't react to that in time. Luckily he got a lot of capital in the bank, so he can build it up right away. But that was poor play by WelcomeTo. This is, on the other hand, going very well. And just as I predicted, the subs are now trying to stop this invasion, and WelcomeTo is struggling with gas because Nickname also hit this gas at the same time. So he cannot defend these transport boats. He really needs to keep up the pace. And then he needs to put down a lot of producers as soon as he's capping this. This is an example of how to really hit your opponent hard. Like, most players can do what Nickname just did, but in kind of waves. So, okay, I'll try. My next thing is to try and commander drop here. Then my next thing, okay, I'll try to build some subs to go here. But Nickname is so good at coordinating. He seems to always wait and time it. So hit the gas, hit the city and port, get the subs down here, everything at the same time. And it makes it so difficult to defend against. See, now WelcomeTo is out of gas, and that's not good. Cannot defend the transport boats, cannot do any landings, he cannot fire his rocket, he cannot support with helis. Nickname is building up gas and navy. And in 5 minutes or so he will be able to completely shut this down, I think. And when he can shut this down, he can also hit all the ports and more or less anything else on this island. This is looking good for WelcomeTo. Did spend all of his money in the bank, which means he cannot build this up. If Nickname had not killed this, yet WelcomeTo would have so much more money to spend on this invasion. And since Nickname stopped the actual landing, WelcomeTo will probably not be able to produce units fast enough to defend this. The commandos that WelcomeTo sent here earlier are killed. Nickname handle those. Now WelcomeTo is completely paralyzed. No eco, no gas. And I think what we'll see in a few minutes is that this proxy base will go down, and that should be the end of the game. I'm not sure why WelcomeTo builds this many interceptors. Nickname, I think, is checking for this trade route to see if it's up and running. The issue is that this starting position requires so much gas, but you only have this and this. And this one is, as you can see, very tricky to keep a hold on. And Nickname is probably ahead eco-wise now. 1150, 1500, almost 1600. So yeah, this is game over. It's just a matter of time before Nickname can produce so much navy that he will just run over everything here. So the first game decided by starting positions, I would say, more than, well, then of course also Nickname's good timings and his knowledge of defending such a big island just by spreading out immediately. Really surprised by his 3 territory start, but as he did it, I could kind of see the point, because he could so much quicker cover all of the hotspots for a potential invasion on And this is a big infantry push. WelcomeTo is trying to build up his eco again. But I think he also knows that obviously Nickname is also building his eco. I'm certain that WelcomeTo will resign after this, even though it's a tourney game and you don't want to give up. Now Nickname has so much money he can just put down shipyards as he pleases. Here comes the sub-army. WelcomeTo wants to cap this again so he can get a bit more gas. Well played. I think that was determined by the starting positions. It was obvious from the get-go. But a good example of how income, even though you got most of the income for most of the game, doesn't necessarily secure you the win. So yeah, congratulations to Nickname for the win in the first match. And let's jump into the second one right away. Okay, here we go. The second match in the second game in the final match up. Yeah, I'm still confused about like what do you call all three games as one? Is that I don't know. Never mind. So this seed is something that WelcomeTo has chosen since he lost the first round. He picks down south. And I guess you get a more secure trade route here. Is that a double? Yeah, it is. Double trade route. We got a one here, one. Holy, there's a lot of trades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe. I don't know if I counted one twice. So there's a lot of trades in the north. Nickname also picks down in this area, but chooses to go a bit more north. And that actually splits up WelcomeTo's pick here. He can of course cross pick, but he will waste 4 units. And I could imagine that we see a pick around this area. That seems fairly strong. You got a lot of gas, you got access to the water here so you can attack trades. And you got access to building some fairly safe trades here, though over time subs could, or Navy in general, could get all the way around you. Speaking a bit more north than that I would have expected. Also, sometimes it's just worth it to pick so your earlier picks touch, because that kind of increases the chance that you can get a final pick that has all 6 territories, especially in such a small map like this. Let's see where Nickname goes. If he will pick here to kind of secure this, or if he will pick somewhere here as well. I could imagine he's just thinking about, like, is it here or is it here? It's not whether it's here or here. So he picks more as I would have expected WelcomeTo would pick. Now WelcomeTo goes all in on north. So it could end up being a good pick for WelcomeTo. At least he can get access to a lot of trades, but he will not have a lot of land. He will be able to defend a choke here and a choke here. This trade and city is on the right side of that choke. So the question is, what is best? This amount of land and 4 or 5 trades, or this amount of land and 2 trades? Then of course there's also a question about gas and towns, but there are fairly many towns and gases on each side. Nickname picks here to block off that. I think I'm gonna speed up the picking phase a bit here. Otherwise I'm gonna run out of things to say. WelcomeTo is blocking this area. Probably just to block this town and trade. So I could imagine Nickname starts here and WelcomeTo starts up here. This time I don't think we'll see Nickname start here, because he will get overrun by infantry immediately. So this will be a question, I think, about how much do you, like, you need to be able to attack and defend on land, but you also want, maybe at least, some presence in the water. WelcomeTo wants presence in the water if he wants the trades to go up. Then he wants Navy to defend those trades. Nickname wants presence in the water to attack those trades if they come up. Could also attack them with air, of course. And the other way to play is just go all in on land and ignore the trades. Say, if I can just overrun my opponent on land, it doesn't matter if they build up a lot of like trades, I will overrun them before they pay off in the long run. So Nickname with tanks, airport and 2 barracks. WelcomeTo with airport and 2 barracks. So you can clearly see they're both, like, normally you would see players spend all of their money right away, but these two want to kind of get a feeling of the game, I think, and they probably start to realize, okay, this is I cannot lose on land, so I need to spend my money here. Nickname moves quickly to this choke. Let's see if WelcomeTo also moves fairly quickly to this choke, but he does cap on the way. And I think Nickname is saving money for building a bit of producers down here. First plane is in the air. But WelcomeTo, he also still has a lot of money in the bank. That's probably because he wants to build trades or build producers here. He does build a shipyard. So cap some of this. Get that navy presence, water presence. It's looking good for WelcomeTo, and he decides to push a bit more by building a offensive barracks. Nickname is not yet worried. He actually just got 2 barracks and air to defend this. See, he's building a lot of producers down here. So he can push up and really win this part of the map and completely block off WelcomeTo. WelcomeTo got the defense ready for these tanks though, so they probably won't do much. But Nickname keeps producing them anyways. Doesn't have any gas though. WelcomeTo could probably do a nice push here. There's no air defense for Nickname. WelcomeTo can really push now. Here comes the SAM. WelcomeTo has no gas either. It's on the way though. But this part will be dangerous for WelcomeTo. Let's look at the eco. 400 for WelcomeTo. 440 for Nickname. Let's see what WelcomeTo can see here. Yeah, Nickname is out of gas. Maybe he wants to build this one. Or this one, probably. I think Nickname is a bit lucky here that WelcomeTo maybe is a bit too passive. I'm not sure why he doesn't attack. Could send all his units up here, try to get this or this. And with the support of the helis, there's only one SAM. Oh, I didn't even spot this. Nickname tries to take out those SAMs with the tanks. Here we go into the micro. WelcomeTo tries to cover the SAMs behind the infantry. He helps out with the helis. And he will probably save them. Really surprised that WelcomeTo is not more aggressive. Move the units around, do something got so much more production. This is not looking good. Because if all of these die, then he has to pull units from these producers. They're rather far away. He's moving his helis, but Nickname is already on top of the SAMs. Let's see if he can spot the gas. No, not yet. WelcomeTo is not using his units. Maybe I mean, I understand that he doesn't want to get overwhelmed all of a sudden. Still cannot see that gas. Does see all of this. And this is a big issue for WelcomeTo. Now Nickname can make a push on this gas. Of course, it's easy to say now that we get the full view, but this is more or less a waste of money, because that navy cannot hit anything from the... it cannot hit anything on land. They go all the way around here. Nickname is going straight for the gas, but WelcomeTo got the helis over there. And I think Nickname will start to get more eco now. 540 against 480. And I think what will happen here is that he will move his strikers here, and they might be able, yeah, they can definitely reach that gas. They can even reach the airport, but he doesn't see that just yet. And now it's just too late for WelcomeTo. Now Nickname has a lot of units on the way, but these can no longer push through. WelcomeTo is in desperate need of SAMs. And I will almost guarantee that the next run from these strikers will hit this. WelcomeTo does have 3 interceptors. Nickname is very aggressive here, he just goes straight for the barracks. And I think he'll get that barracks. Here comes the strike on the gas. Just as WelcomeTo sends off his interceptors in the wrong direction. I'm sure that thought, yeah, wow. Congratulations to Nickname, that was a quick game. Wow. That's the final. Congratulations so much to Nickname, and of course congratulations to WelcomeTo for the 2nd place. Very well played, very well played by everyone in the tournament. There was so many good and fun games to watch throughout the whole tournament. So if you haven't watched them, you can always go back and watch some of those. Even though you know the result, there's so much to learn, and it's always exciting to see players um, giving their best in the tournament. And that said, thank you to Nickname for arranging this tournament and keeping track of all the logistics of it. There's also tournament games on Soda Quacker's YouTube channel. He casted a lot of the tournament games as well, so go check out those and go play some Line War, practice, and sign up for the next tournament because it's so much fun to be part of. And I really liked the way this tournament went. All players could join in. No one was kicked out in the group stage, so all kind of advanced within the lower brackets, and they could play against each other. And even though you're not certain that you can play all games, it's fine because you can just what's it called, withdraw in a game, and you lose that game, and there's no hard feelings in that at all. So I really hope to see even more players for the next round, and maybe some the next tournament, and maybe some of the new players that we got recently. There's a lot of new players joining. They can jump in to the next tournament and see how far they can get, and see if they can beat some of the old boys or girls. So yeah, that was such a fun tournament. I can't wait for the future of Line War, its tournaments, its updates, etc. If you want to support Line War, there's actually a Patreon where you can go support it and help out the developer. So yeah, feel free to do that if you want. And thank you for watching. Bye.